Hi guys, essentially I was planning to show you the new event in this universe online. Sadly, by the time I was ready to actually do the event, it was shut down. So I'll probably do that a bit later today. So let's play with Neverwinter a bit in the meantime. And I see I have a lot of a bunch of notifications. So I've leveled up. I've collected new items. Oh, the task is complete, and the campaign task is complete. So let's go and check that. Let's start with the task. Let's start with the professions actually. Essentially, you have some crafting system where you can hire some people to do some crafting for you, or some I should say some NPCs to do some crafting for you. So we can see our martial training is finished with this little guy. This little guy gathered some simple pelt. This little guy gathered. I'm not sure what he gathered. Oh, one click too many. And this little guy, intensive scrap gathering. Oh well. So let's choose a new task here for our friends. So essentially I'm trying to level up at least some of those guys for reasons. So let's go for this one here. And there's a truckload of components that you gather through the game that I had no idea what those things were doing. As you can see, depending on the task you want your NPC to do, there are those various components that are required. So let's use one of those that we can actually use. And let's use the mail smithing. Again, you can see the same thing depending on what you want to do. There are various components that are required, and obviously I don't have most of those. So we're just going to send him for some wilderness gathering again. And there we go. So we should be good for a while with those. Let's see what else. So you can, there's those sort of campaigns that you can sort of do that have to do with like this is the Elemental of Evil campaign. It has to do with the Temple of Elemental Evil somehow. And when you complete some of those objectives...
Multiverse, am I late?
No, I just started. So essentially with those campaigns you can get various items or feats or whatever. And I could have sworn I had oh, there it is. There we are, collect our reward. Sadly, by now, most of the rewards I can get from those, at least the low-level ones, not very good. Like you can see, the cloak is like level 26, and I'm wearing a cloak level 135, so that won't really help me. Let's take a look at this style. That's not a bad-looking cloak. Sadly, you can customize the look of some of your items, but it costs a truckload of what's it called? It costs a truckload of astral diamond, so not really worth it. I guess it's the kind of things you do when you have more astral diamonds than what you know what to do for, or what to do with. Or once you reach endgame and you just customize your gear once in a while. Because I tried customizing my daggers, and the first time it was free, that was nice. And then the second time it was like 2,000, and then after it was like 4,000. So the price was getting crazy, especially considering how often you replace your gear in certain parts of the game. Okay, so that is done. There's also another thing. Let's see. I don't think I have any powers to spend. Oh, we're good here. Before we get started, let's go back to the town. There's probably a thing or two we have to do before we get started. Not sure why the quest tracker keeps on switching to missions I don't really want to do. So let's go back to the Enclave for a bit of housekeeping.
I'm an honest fighter.
Loading time can take a bit sometimes. So let's see if there's someone we need to go and see. I don't really like how you cannot scroll through the map as you wish. Essentially you have to go like somewhere like here and then you can sort of scroll. It's a bit annoying, but what can you do? So there's a little fella that used to give us a key. Essentially, I'm no longer a VIP. I was a VIP for like a week. There was this offer of free VIP for a week. He's still going to give us a key. Oh, he's so sweet. I'm ever surprised. I thought that the key was for VIP players. I guess not. Oh, I guess the VIP. There we go. Essentially, I had 2 bags here that would give me an epic dungeon chest and an enchanted key. The epic dungeon chest, I haven't used any of those keys yet. Essentially, the few times I tried to do the epic missions, it was a disaster. So this is our key we just got. So I'll try and do something with that, but there's a few missions that we can do daily. Let's go see. Unless it was missions that had to do with the Dragon Disciples or something like that, so maybe we don't have those missions anymore. We'll see. Actually, I see even some new missions. So this lady usually has some daily quests for me.
The cult of the dragon can...
And this little, that's the first time I see a mission.
The Order of the Gauntlet seeks your assistance.
The Barrel Busters.
Dispatched
why not?
Even down to help contain the undead there. The leader of the team, Acolyte Hera, has made a disturbing discovery.
Let's see Sergeant Knox before we
The cult
leave.
of the dragon has appeared in Ibn Downs in large numbers. They appear to be trying to enter one of the oldest barrows in the area, but are stymied by some sort of...
Protector's Enclave needs your help.
So as you can see, my character is now level... my character is now level 70. Actually getting to level 60 was pretty quick. But getting from 60s to 70 was much slower. Essentially, I had to cheat a bit, and I had to try to find the missions that would give the most experience point in order not to take forever to go to the next level. You can see one of the many gold spammers. There's a lot of those in here, it seems. People in this universe complain about the gold sellers, but it's nothing compared to Neverwinter. I guess it could mean that Neverwinter is more popular, so maybe it's more profitable to sell gold here than in this universe online. Could be. And also, I've started getting some what seems to be some there we go, some artifact gear that you can actually upgrade. So I'm about, let's see, refine. I'm about halfway through to the next rank. So I sort of figured out how to do the crafting more or less. I'll probably try to explain that in a future video. So you can see the gear I have right now, 105, 92, but that's the undergarment. 115, 120, 108, 115. So I have some much better gear than I used to, and I have a few artifacts. Although what's annoying is that there's only the equipped artifact, the main artifact that you can use. The others are only good for the if you see there's an equip bonus. This one gives 210 movement. So if you want to use other artifacts, you have to manually put it here and then activate it from there. That's a bit annoying. Also, I figured out how to customize the look a bit more. Essentially, if I go like this, I can switch to the fashion that's at the bottom. So I'm a bit torn. I kind of like this look, but this look kind of looks nice too. Although the color bothers me a lot. I'll probably have to try and find a better chest piece than that. So let's go slowly with our daily mission in Never Death.
Smart fighter quits while he's ahead.
And I foolishly thought that the level cap was level 70, seeing how I essentially haven't seen any equipment that requires more than level 70 to use. So I thought that was the level cap, but we seem to still gain experience point even past level 70, so we'll see what happens,
Stop
I guess.
what is happening in Craftsman's Snoop? The new cultists have been busy recruiting new dragons into their service. The cultists in Neverwinter have convinced Carthraxis, a foul-tempered green dragon,
So let's use our old spider. Although I don't go much faster with the spider, and could be argued that I go at least a bit faster by foot because of various abilities that I took. And even more, if I kill essentially an enemy, I can go a bit faster for like 15 seconds or something, or 5 seconds. We don't get attacked quite as much, it seems, as we get higher level. I guess when you're higher level, lower level enemies don't want to attack you quite as much. Or maybe I'm just getting better at dodging those little fellas. That could be. But I'm pretty sure it's more that they don't attack you quite as much if you're much higher level than they are. It's not like in Lord of the Rings Online, if you're higher level than the enemies, they won't attack you at all, unless you attack them. And if you look at the level of our character, essentially we were lowered to level 30. So, and there's a lot of equipment that's that I don't even bother to pick up anymore. So here in 4 minutes we're going to have an epic encounter. Let's see if we have to click on that. Oh well. So while we wait, if we kill some of those evil cultists, it should progress some of our missions we have for the Cult of the Dragon, or concerning the Cult of the Dragon, I should say. Oh, my bad. So as you can see, there's a few adventurers. Sometimes it can be a bit tricky trying to defeat some enemies because there's a billion other players doing the same thing. So it almost becomes a competition of who can get to the enemies first. And usually an ability like this one helps you get the edge over other players. Well, let's bring those up. Nah, probably shouldn't pick that up. Essentially, some of the reason why I say I shouldn't pick certain items up is that it's pretty much more expensive to use the scroll of identification that you use for the item is probably worth more than the item itself. And odds are the item will not be as good as what anything I have right now. And as you see, our level is we're lowered to level 30 for this area. But I can tell you that a level 70 that's lowered to level 30 is much more powerful than an actual level 30. Or even worse, it's much more powerful than a level 20 that has been bumped up to level 30. So there's a few missions at some point that were a nightmare because they would bump your character to the level. Like there were a few level 70s missions where they would bump up your character to level 70, but you still had the equipment of a let's say level 60 player. So it wasn't fun. So there's a few things that pretty much cranked up the difficulty in certain missions. And some of the group missions, especially the elite one, holy crap, they're not fun at all. The elite one, they're not doable with. Odds are I'm undergeared. That's quite possible. I skipped quite a few missions, so there's probably some gear or even some skills that I don't have that maybe I should have. Like essentially, if you looked at the campaign. Like a lot of those will give, sometimes they'll give equipment, but sometimes they will also give stats. I'm trying to find a better example. Anyway, some of them did seem to give stats at some point. So I guess you need a lot of those. Well, now there's also PvP. I haven't done any PvP, and from what I understand, there's a few bonuses you can get from playing PvP. Freaking ice balls. And there's a few missions that in order to be able to do the missions, I had to run a lot. So I would attack once or twice, then I would run away, then I would come back and attack once or twice, then I would run away. And if I made any mistake, I was toast. So sadly, you're not going to be able to see my character level up because I was a bit impatient and I already leveled up my character. But I have another character, so I might go through the leveling process much more slower with that character. As a rogue, you have to do a lot of rolling and dodging and stuff like that. I think it's different for every role. Fighters, from what I understand, they'll have to like raise their shield or something like that. I don't recall what the mages have to do. That was quick. Although there was a lot of us, and I guess some of us were pretty powerful. Or some of them, I should say. At level 70, With the gear I have, I don't think I'm that powerful. I've seen players who seem to be a lot more powerful than I am. And you can see there's claim heroic encounter reward in the corner. Holy crap! It took me a while to figure out how to get that. Essentially, you have to scroll using your pad. You have to scroll through your interface, and then you have to go into claim heroic reward. And sometimes you'll be like on some other part of the UI for reasons. If there's multiple messages here, so sometimes I would be like on that thingy here, and I wouldn't be able to claim the reward. So that's one of the reasons why it took me a while to figure out how to do this. So it gives us Dragon Horde coins, and the enchantment doesn't matter. And these coins seems to be what is used for the campaign. So essentially, this is for the Tyranny of Dragons, and that's you can see there's a whole bunch of weird coins in the top right corner of the screen, in the bottom right corner of the screen. These are used for all of those things, I suppose. Like here, you see you acquire various coins, but somehow it's locked because there's certain mission that I didn't quite do. Essentially, I level up to level 70, maybe a little too fast. That I skipped maybe too many missions and too much content. So I'm gonna have to go back and try to do some of the stuff that I missed. I guess we're done with that. So we could wait 20 minutes and do the dragon mission again, but we're not going to do that. So let's get out of here. Yeah, let's try and show... So essentially I have a few abilities that allow me to go faster. And when I kill an enemy, you saw the dragon breath thingy. That allows me to go a bit even faster for a while. So sometimes it's almost faster to go by foot than to use my mount. And especially if I have enemies on my way like that, you just kill a few, and then you can run a bit faster. I thought it was an evil enemy attacking me. So again, you kill a few. And we go even faster. Although as you see, some of the mount still go faster than me. But they go faster than my spider also, so... I've noticed that there's some mounts that will give you like 110 extra speed or something. I guess I don't have one of those yet. Oh, bad move. Let's collect our reward here. Oh, wrong target.
We must stop what is excellent. Good work.
So essentially, you get two rewards. You get the reward that the lady gives us, and you also get the reward from what you get in the corner. Let's go back to the spin war rise.
honest fighter.
So here the enemies will be quite a bit tougher, and there's a few areas like Icewind Dale where, holy crap, the enemies are way too tough.
Hey.
Hey there. So let's go fight some air elementals.
Hey.
Hey there.
Smart fighter quits while he's ahead.
I probably should have sold next time. Well, let's see on the map where we need to go.
Hey.
Hey there. And before I forget, which I always do, we have these blessings that we can do, like I think it's 6 times a day. Now sadly we always get the invocation blessings, although we got a few rough astral diamonds. And you can refine them. I'm not sure why you have to manually refine them. So far it's, I don't know, it's an annoyance more than anything else. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of coins. I'll probably talk about them at some point. And there's also seals. Like you can see those seals of the adventurer, seal of the unicorn, seal of the elements. Not sure exactly where you get some of those. I'm still fairly much a noob, as they say. Let's use
How
our
do I get speed boots bird quo as a hero? I'm level 20 and am rubish, but they look like flash boots.
I'm not sure. Just give me a second. And there we go, that'll be better. Essentially, the speed boots, you get them from the vault. There's no miracle for that. You have to run the vault, and you run the vault, and you run the vault, and you pray the random number generator gods that you will get the speed boots. But they're a rare item, so the odds of getting the speed boots are very slim. And even worse, if you have multiple characters like I do, the odds of getting the speed boots on the character you actually want to have the speed boots, they're practically you would have as much chance of winning the lotto. So sadly for the speed boots, all you can do is run the vault, and hope to get lucky. I think the other boots you mean is the flash boots. The flash boots, they don't give you speed. Like there are the speed boots, which are a little bulkier than the flash boots, and there are the flash boots which are the actual boots that Flashes has in DCUO, or in the comics, I should say. Also, the flash boots don't give you super speed. You really have to get the speed boots for that. And the speed boots, as I said, you have to get them from the vault. There's no, but it's a rare item. Yeah, the servers are down right now. It's the daily maintenance. Essentially from 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the servers are down. And they remain down at the very least half an hour, usually 45 minutes. But it's not rare that they'll be down for a good hour or even more. When there's a big update, usually they can be down for an hour or two easily. And we had an update. That's okay. I understand. I understood what you meant. For the vault, I probably made a video about that, but if you want, I'll make another one at some point. Essentially, if you if you go into your on-duty menu in the single-player missions, there is one mission that is called the Vault. But yeah, you make me realize I did show the Vault in many videos, but I probably never did a video about the Vault specifically. So I can understand if you're looking for just the Vault. Maybe I don't have such a video. So I'll try to have one. But yeah, so essentially you have to run the Vault to be able to get those boots. And depending on if you're a free-to-play player, I think you can run the Vault only once a week. If you're a premium player, I think you're going to be able to run the Vault 3 times a week. And if you're a legendary player, then you're going to be able to run the Vault every day, once a day. Ah, thank you, Jasp. Much appreciated. So you see we still have 10 minutes for our blessing. Let's take a quick look. So we have a bunch of portals that we have to try to close, and we're going to be fighting a lot of elementals. So let's get to work. I see a lot of players who switch from their mount quite often. I don't bother usually doing that unless I really have to. I kind of like walking around and exploring a bit, looking at what's going on. Like those little fellas over here. So here I'm a bit more powerful than I used to, so I can stand around a bit more. But sometimes against some more powerful enemies, you have to constantly move around and jump around and jump behind them. And no, DCO is not. It's cross-platform for PC and PS4. Like PC, PS4, and PS3 can play together, but Xbox is a separate server. Could be that the server there's probably been a lot of issues since yesterday. Yesterday we had a big update. They added the new time capsules to DC Universe Online. So there probably was a lot of downtime because of that. Using this the broker yesterday, holy crap! It was a pretty bad experience. The broker was really slow yesterday, which is usually what happens when a billion people use it at the same time. So when there's many players on the servers, their servers have a hard time dealing with all the players. And yesterday, pretty much everyone was using the broker to try and buy some of the new stuff from the time capsules or sell what they got from the time capsules. So you saw my little friend Tharnak went down pretty quick. Sadly, I did quite a few mistakes with this character. One of the main one was not leveling up my character. Essentially, when I saw that Tharnak went to the max, I assumed that at some point I would get maybe a new NPC that I could level up to 25 or to 30 or to 35. Sadly, what I have to do is that I have to upgrade the quality of my henchmen. But as you can see, it cost 50,000 Astral Diamond, and I don't have those. Essentially, at some point when I had a lot of Astral Diamond, I started buying keys and buying other stuff. So, and I didn't realize that, oh, maybe I should spend some to level up my little guy here. So essentially, I'm stuck with a guy that's level 20, and we're doing level 70 missions. So. No, it's okay. I don't mind the questions. I understand. I wish, when I started playing, I wish there had been someone like me telling me a few things about DCO. That would have been a bit helpful. Let's close that little portal. So ideally I want to go into stealth before I do my some of my attacks, because it will give me extra damage. I've started to notice that you seem to do more damage the longer you attack without stopping. It took me a while to notice that. So let's go and close another. So ideally you go in stealth, and that first attack usually does a lot more damage if I'm in stealth mode. And as you see, if I can reposition myself behind the evil enemy, it kind of helps. Oh, there's no portal. Now I'm sad. And you see those log boxes. Holy crap. How many do I have right now? Like I have 530 boxes, and I've been playing for, what, a week maybe? So essentially you get a lot more boxes than you can even hope to use. Usually I go back as soon as I complete a mission. Sometimes the guy who gives you your reward will give you another mission. But I guess I'll wait a bit for this time. As you saw, I got the dying breath thingy, so I will run a bit faster for a bit. So it kinda helps a little, but it's not a game breaker or anything. But it's a nice to have. I probably am using also all the wrong abilities. Essentially, I'm still using my level 1 abilities, or the abilities that I was using at the very start of the game. As you saw, our friend Tharnak went down. Essentially, prepare yourself to see him going down a lot. Poor little guy. He doesn't have the stomach for this game. So ideally, to try to do a bit more damage, I try to go stealth mode before I do my attack. Or I try to position myself just behind the enemies. That also should give me a bit of extra damage. Where's our little fellow? They're right there. So we need one more portal, and there seems to be... Is there one over here? Here's the pillars, but I don't see the portal. Let's fight some elementals anyway. got a little crescent for our mount. It should be useful. The stealth meter sometimes takes forever to refill. Sometimes it refills pretty quickly. Not exactly sure why. I know there's abilities that should allow you to refill it a bit quicker. A lot of my background comes from either playing actual D&D or playing games like Baldur's Gate or Icewind Dale. Which is why I was a bit excited when I saw Drizzt Duarden or Brunner Battlehammer. These were characters that I knew from the novels. Or even our friend Minsk. Minsk was a character from Baldur's Gate. So I was really happy to see our little friendly ranger. Hi, Scarvelli. But sadly, Neverwinter is not really a D&D game. It's more like a hybrid D&D MMO. Which I guess is a little disappointing. Pretty sure they could have made an actual D&D MMO without and stay a bit more faithful to D&D, but so as often is the case in many games, attacking from stealth, as you saw, does a lot of damage. Let's see if we can find another portal. As you can see, the log boxes they drop pretty often. So unless you spend a few $100, there's no way you can open all the log boxes. Still no portal. Now there's this supercharger that I kind of like using, but it doesn't do all that much damage. Although it does damage to a lot of enemies, and it essentially keeps me safe from harm for a while. That's pretty much what I use it for. Essentially, I use it to buy myself some time when I'm about to get defeated. And usually by the time the supercharge is finished, I'm ready to go into stealth and do a uber big attack or something like that. And holy crap, I wasted a lot of those enchantments. Didn't really know what to do with them and how the I'm getting better, although you probably hear it in my voice. I still have a bit of a sore throat. Not really a sore throat, but I'm still my throat is still a bit sore from when I had a sore throat, if it makes any sense. So I'm not sure why I can't. Well, let's move on to there is another area, it seems, where we can do something. So let's go there. So I mentioned running a bit faster. Essentially, when I'm in stealth mode, I run a bit faster still. But sadly, you don't stay in stealth mode very long. As you saw, another log box. I guess they wanted to make sure you could have all the log boxes that you would wish to open. They just added the similar boxes to Universe Online. So far it seems to be a hit in the sense that a lot of players came back for those boxes. And there's a lot of collections or a lot of items from those boxes that are on sale, for sale on the broker. So a lot of people seems to have opened a lot of those boxes. Although some like me used loyalty points or some such thing, so I didn't really spend the money directly. Even if indirectly, I could have used my loyalty points to purchase, let's say, some armories. So if I want to purchase an armory now, I would have to spend real cash for that. So let's see, what is over here? I should have been a bit more sneaky this time. Those freaking archers, I hate them. I didn't realize there was a new Batman emblem. Or, unless you mean the Batman v Superman Batman emblem. I've had that for a while. Oh, you mean the chest, the emblem for the future Batman gear? No, I don't have that. Essentially, the chest and the headpiece seems to be like two rare pieces, and I haven't got any of those. I got the boots a couple of times. I got the belt, the shoulders, but I did not get the chest with the emblem. I guess we have to activate all of them. So I guess unless I get really lucky, I'm gonna have to purchase the Batman chest piece with the emblem on the broker. But it was pretty expensive. It was like 15 or 20 million yesterday. Although the prices seems to be going down fast. So who knows? Maybe in a week or two it'll be more affordable. Although I made quite a few mistakes. Essentially, I bought a bunch of stuff which didn't pan out. I was hoping to get the Black Lantern emblem, so I bought essentially a bunch of boxes just for the emblem, and I got garbage from all of it. I probably should have spent that money on buying the actual Batman emblem, but that's my bad. I suppose. Well, the thing is, I already have the Batman v Superman emblem, so I'm not sure I would use the future Batman emblem unless I decide to create a future Batman armory or something. But I wasn't really planning to use that chest piece and that emblem. Essentially, I just once I started getting a few pieces, I figured I may as well finish the set. So I gave essentially the pieces I got to my Batman character, and if I can finish the set, I'll be happy. If not, I'll be happy still. I'll make a fake future Batman using the styles I already have. So far, I have to admit, I've been pretty happy with the time capsules. I was able to pretty much get all the emblems I wanted. The only one I don't have is the Black Lantern Batman. Well, there's also the White Lantern. But I don't really plan on making a White Lantern character, so other than maybe the feet, I don't really care about that emblem. And for the Black Lantern emblem, Uh, Essentially, my Black Lantern Batman already has the Black Lantern chest piece, so that's pretty much what I'm going to use. I don't think I'm going to use the actual Black Lantern emblem. So let's see if we can find ourselves a portal to close. I'm not sure why they take so long to respawn. Well, we do get the spoilers pretty quick anyways. There's this site called bleedingcool.com, which gives plenty of spoilers every day. Although I have to admit, I haven't looked at them in a few days, so I'm probably behind in terms of news. There we go. Poor Tharnak. There we go. So we should be able to collect the rewards for at least a few objectives, a few missions. Well, we'll probably have to fight. Maybe not. Stealth is a bit more powerful as you go up in level, but it's still fairly limited. No, I don't play Hearthstone. I've heard a lot of things about it. Essentially, a lot of people who are fans of Magic the Gatherings are also fans of Hearthstone. Apparently, it's as good a game as Magic, from what I heard, but I haven't tried it. Isn't there a version on PC? Like, isn't that the game that's connected to? I think is it EverQuest or WoW? I'm never sure. Or am I thinking of another game? But I can see them putting that kind of game on mobile. It's perfect. It's going to be like in the olden days when we would carry our Magic deck in our pocket, and you would go somewhere and meet a bunch of Magic players. Oh, let's go try and do the event. So I mean that kind of game on mobile is perfect. You have your mobile in your pocket. You meet another player. You each take out your phone and play a game. That was nasty.
I'm an honest fighter.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about that. The battery, sadly,
Smart fighter quits while he's ahead.
I like how sometimes they try to hype the batteries, like telling you, oh, this battery can last 3 days on your phone. Yeah, it can last 3 days if you don't use your phone, but if you use your phone, it lasts 3 hours at most. And often not even that. The same, sadly, is true with pretty much anything with the battery. I remember when I bought my first laptop, and the salesman was telling me how it will last 3 days. But of course, he meant 3 days if I just leave it there and don't use it. But if I was playing, let's say, a game, it would last maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes at a time. It's probably a bit better now. Batteries are probably a bit better on laptops nowadays. But nowadays, I don't really use laptops so much. I still have my old laptop from like 5 years ago. And on PC, my laptop is something I use once in a blue moon. I have a desktop that I actually use. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Game of Thrones. The last season was all kinds of good stuff. I got a bit sidetracked here. The last season was pretty awesome. I guess I won't say too much, not to spoil it for maybe players who didn't see it yet. If you didn't see Game of Thrones, go watch it right now. It was pretty good. And some of my favorite characters in the series, in no particular order, were characters like the Hound. And I remember at first when you meet the Hound, holy crap, you don't like the guy at all. And once you start taking care of Arya, he starts to be redeemed in your eyes. He starts to be sympathetic. I was wondering if we should go to the event, but I guess not. And the same with Jaime Lannister. When you first see Jaime, holy crap, you don't like the guy at all. He's arrogant. He's doing bad things with his sister. He throws a little boy out of a tower. And at some point, the more you get to know him, and especially when he's with Brienne, the duo Jaime and Brienne, holy crap, those were awesome moments.
I'm an honest fighter.
And when he explained to Brienne that he actually saved King's Landing by killing the king, and his whole discourse about so many orders to follow and so many rules. So what if you have to protect the king, you have to serve the king, you have to protect the people? What if the king wants to kill the people? And, holy crap! It was an awesome character. Because he's not quite evil, but he did a lot of bad stuff. He did some pretty evil things. But he's not good either. He's a human being. That's the best part of Game of Thrones. The characters are human beings with good. They're not totally evil or totally good, unless maybe Cersei. Cersei is rotten to the core. Or the same with Joffrey. Joffrey was rotten to the core, even though he could put up some pretense once in a while. But that's the great thing about Game of Thrones is that these are human beings, and you forget that these are supposed to be characters because they're so well written. Oh, got a new dagger. Let's see first. What else we got? So I guess at this point it's gonna get harder and harder to try and get some good gear. Well, if he's returning, it'll probably be as a White Walker. But no, you can't. They burnt his body. No, I wouldn't put much stock in those rumors. Unless he comes out back as a ghost, there's no way he can come back. Okay, so we don't really have anything. Oh, we have this for our mount. And we have this dagger here. I'm not sure why we can only equip it on our main hand. As for DC films, there's many things the DC films should do, but I don't think trying to copy the Game of Thrones formula would be a solution. And as for spending millions, they spent hundreds of millions on the DC films. Like Man of Steel cost like 225 millions. BVS cost something like 175 millions. The same with Suicide Squad, and the issue is not money. They throw plenty of money at those movies. There's something rotten at the core of what's going on with the DC films. Khal Drogo coming back with black magic? Maybe. I guess there's magic, and there's undead and all that stuff. So, yeah, there are ways he could come back, but I don't see why he would come back. So let's see. Well, let's upgrade our weapon first. Let's remove the enchantment here. I remember at first when it was costing me like 1 gold and almost 2 golds to remove an enchantment, I was like, holy crap, that's kind of expensive. It's not as much an issue now as it used to be. So let's put this one here. I don't really have any enhancement yet. I guess that's something I'm gonna get a bit later, maybe. And we can refine our little belt here, so let's do that. So essentially we can use whatever items is not really good for us. I could probably try and give some of those items to my my follower, but that's not really the real issue.
Help you hunt the evil heir.
Druidokobo. Which one is it? I'm a bit surprised. Usually it's
I can't wait to be on the road again.
It's usually well indicated.
Help from heroes is always appreciated.
Oh, there he is.
The air whispers its secrets. I feel the...
There's this mission somehow that I cannot complete. I assume there's a requirement that I don't have. So as you saw, our friend Okobo gave us a reward. Now someone else will give us a mission.
Finally,
I haven't seen the new trailer. I had seen something quite a while ago.
stop
It
whatever
seemed
their
really
elementals do to
promising
survive. The air
from what I
are
saw.
militant creatures from the elemental plane
It could be
of
really
air.
good, but
Many of them serve
could also be
gods.
really cheesy, which
The elemental principle.
can be good
Queenshare is a
in
higher
itself.
ranking air archon.
Like some
and
good
has
cheese,
led
sometimes
many
it can be
successful
really
attacks
good.
against our allies. Take out Windshear at all costs.
So let's see if we can take out the Windshear. Although sometimes you realize that it's actually a group mission,
Smart fighter quits while he's ahead.
or that it's a solo mission that's way too tough for our little friend. We'll see. Yeah, let's use our blessing before we're here yet. So we got a celestial bag of refining. Oh yeah, I forgot to sell. Let's use our little fella. Hello, Talston. Well, something cheesy can be many things. So let's see, we have something for our mounts. Do I have a mount that could use that? I guess not. Movement stamina. Deflection area of effect. It's the same movement stamina one. Oh well, next time. So the problem then with switching an artifact is that then you have to wait for the cooldown to be finished before we can switch it back, which is a bit annoying. Let's take a quick look at. And there's this here that I'm not sure. It's probably telling us that there's something here that we can. I already completed that. And here we need to help the Lord Alliance locate their missing spy in fiery pits. I should probably go back and do that at some point. Congrats on that. It's a fairly rare piece of equipment. Although if you're rich, you can buy it fairly easily on the broker. It's not that expensive anymore, like 2-3 millions. I know that 2-3 millions may seem like a lot, but you can get 2-3 millions fairly quickly in the game. The real challenge is now buying something with 20 millions. So now let's switch back our artifact. let's put our little book back here. It's a bit annoying. I'm not sure why they don't have a better system to allow you to switch artifacts. Seeing how the UI is all clunky, I'm not really surprised by that. And the same with how the whole currency is a bit of a mess. And some guy brought some birds on us. That happens way too often. Some idiots kite some enemies right on you. So with Dying Breath and with Stealth, we should be able to run away. But holy crap, that does happen way too often. Someone will be fighting 12 enemies, they'll spot your character, so they'll kite all the enemies towards you, either to try to get you killed, or because they're about to get killed and they essentially want to force you to help them out. So let's see, where do we need to go? Oh, that was on okay. Now I see. So I guess we're done here, so let's go back. got a bit sidetracked. Wasn't paying attention.
Smart fighter quits while he's ahead.
Let's all power our little friend here. Should we go to the event? I guess not.
I'm an honest fighter.
So let's start our old friend here.
You've returned. I guess the martial prowess of Windshear is just a lot of hot air. In all seriousness, sure, losing Windshear will break the organization of the Air Archons. The best way to strike it all.
The war rages on.
And we're froze. Oh, I thought we were going to crash for a second. So essentially this is how I was able to skip a whole bunch of missions. Essentially I complete a mission, someone else gives me another mission. And then the first thing you knew, I was a few level higher, and then I would gain access to more missions and more missions. And sadly, usually I would go for the higher level missions because it would give more experience point, and which would allow me to level up a bit faster. So I guess that's going to be it for now. I'll probably do. I'll probably try to make a DCUO live stream a bit later today, and definitely essentially I have a handful of videos related to the time capsules that I'm working on. I'm going to make a video about the white moths that we have in the headpiece now. I'm going to make a video about the event, the mission itself that you can do to be able to craft the keys. The name escapes me right now, but essentially the keys to open the time capsules. So I'm going to make a video about that, and probably also another video that I failed to recall right now. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. So thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.